Hello, Mervanya here. Welcome back to the channel. Before I explain what I'm doing here, I have been ill for about 2 weeks now. Thankfully, I had a whole bunch of recordings all day. There you go, that's better. I had a whole bunch of recordings already set up for Minecraft before I got ill. I could play, but there was no way I could talk. It was a viral thing, and my throat was just no, not possible to talk on a microphone at all, unless you wanted to hear me coughing every 2 minutes. So I have done some playing on here, and the last episode that you guys watched was the Super Smelter episode, which is really good. I'm really happy with the views I got on that one, and thanks for the lovely comments on various videos as I've been going through this process. It's been nice to engage with some of you, and I'm hoping to continue that and to grow that, but we'll see where it goes. I have, since I've been ill, the most I've been doing is, well, I've been doing a lot at the base, just building things, nothing major, but I've been standing AFK in at Myrrik's very basic blaze farm for a lot of time over the last few weeks because I've been doing Botania. Now, I said I would take half. I am out of here. I have spent far too much time in here. Right, so I said I had done a lot back at the old base. I have been working on Botania, but very slowly, because the time it takes to get mana, and the reason I am saving up all these blaze rods is so that I can make something called blaze mesh, and it is apparently the best fuel source to get mana in Botania. And you'll notice there's a lot of new houses. Nothing major. I'll take you around these first, because I discovered a few things while I was sick. I discovered chip tables. I've always known about them, I just got round to making them really. But I discovered little oak shutters, and let's take you in here. Oh, and the little window boxes, they're so cute. Is there anything behind here? This is part of the chimney for this house. And more little window boxes. Oh, this is for when I get pillagers. I get them to follow me. I open the trapdoors, and the one with the omen flag, I kill all the rest, and the one with the omen flag goes in here, and I just let them despawn. Because I don't want... Oh, and this is really nice. It comes from the carpenter's table there, so if you put logs in there, it gives you different design. I don't have any logs on me right now. And I can't remember if you've seen me getting the cat. I don't think I showed getting the cat. Oh, I've got a pillager. Oh, on a ravager. Okay, let's he's on a ravager. Oh, and he's right beside my tower. Oh, this is inconvenient. How rude. Is he on a ravager? I thought he was on a ravager. Oh, it's that one that's on the ravager. Yeah, we want him to go. The problem is I have villagers now. So these guys are turning up more and more often. Come on, die! Yeah, you can look at me. Come closer so that I can... Oh, I wonder, does the trident work any better? Doesn't seem to have the same range. No, it doesn't seem to have the same range. Can I kill these guys? It's not as good as a bow. None of them have a flag on them, so that's fine. The guy with the flag seems to spawn underground every now and again, so... you're not going anywhere. Nowhere. You're on top of my house. On my staircase? Really? Oh, come on, come on, come on. This is painful. Oh, thank you. Right, not worried about the guy, just didn't want the Ravager. Right, before we were so rudely interrupted, I have made a few little houses. I'll take you up to this one now. So I've put some little, it's just a basic house on the side of a hill. These are cabinets that you can make, warped cabinets, and I've got my little lamps. Now these are not expensive to make. If I type in, okay, lamp. Right, so it's a stick, a torch, and 3 pieces of wool, and I've got the sheep. And then you've got the warped cabinets. Warped cabinets. See, they're not expensive to make. Oh, and the special windows. I got the paintings as well. But those windows are really, really good, and they make your glass go a long way. So, give me a second. Window. Where's the little thing that you make? Right. Oh, I've never thought of making that. Right, so they're McCaw's windows, but it's a piece of glass with sticks, and you get 4. Now, if you make 2 sets of 4, you then get the wood type that you want, and you put that in the middle. So if I go for, say, this one, and I just put a warped log in there, or a warped stem, then it'll give me 8 of these. So it's quite good, and I get all the different types of window frames. Whatever wood you want is the wood you use. So this is just a nice little house. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I thought the side of this hill was a bit empty, so I needed to fill it. And I made this one with a fancy wood, and the other thing that I got was curtains. Now they're not expensive to make either. So this one's all in cyan, and I discovered this. This is brilliant. Bartending table with an empty beer mug on top, because they're placeable from drink beer and drink beer. Oh, I thought it was vinegary, but clearly not. And then these little chairs, these are not expensive to make either. You pretty much need a piece of carpet per chair. And those lamps go on the wall or on the table, so it's not a different lamp, it's exactly the same one. But if I give you, oh, and the golden candelabra, that was expensive. So if you give me a second, I will type in curtains. Right, now the mistake I made was, you see these ones and you think, oh, they're really nice, they look like the ones I've got hanging up. But if you make these ones, they end up straight curtains, which I'll show you, it's in another house. But if you make the straight curtains, right, and I used this method to make them, and you get 3 curtains. Who gets 3 curtains? It's like, you buy the curtains in pairs. Could you not just give us a pair or 4 curtains? 4 curtains would have been better. 4 pieces of wool, 4 curtains. But, rant over, that's how I made all the curtains. Oh, and the chair. And it is this chair. See, nothing expensive. Sticks, planks, and a piece of carpet. Whatever colour you want the chair to be is the colour of piece of carpet that you get. And my little fireplace, which I've had to like protect because my cat follows me everywhere, so I don't want my cat walking into a campfire. See? See? Yeah. Like my little cat traps. Not cat traps, cat flaps. Hello? Right, are you coming with me? Right. Oh, it's getting night time. So, right, so I've got the glass floor table there, which gives you really fancy windows, which I've not really made use of yet. Carpenter's table, which I have made use of. Little planters, they're not a lot either. That's terracotta and derp to make them. And there's the curtains again. Right, the curtains I was talking about, you get straight curtains like that. So 2 bits of wool looks like a cheaper way to make them, but it's not really because you need 4 bits of wool just to get one curtain. So, it'll do. And then little things up here. Little chests up here. Are you wanting in? Are you wanting in, Tabby? I might as well sleep. And Tabby gave me a present. Oh, rabbit's foot. Thank you. So this is this one. Much the same, but just chosen to do different outside. This killed me. I almost died doing this because this is 2 things. It is a bin for me to destroy anything that I don't need, specifically the warped fungus that comes off the trees, because I don't use that for anything. But it is also this, so that I can collect lava, and I don't want Tabby going in there, so it's all locked away and safe. I also got white oak from Myrrik, so I've been growing some white oak to get the leaves, which is what all this is. I've kind of copied Myrrik's idea for this because I really liked it. And this is the orange house. But this is also the stable master's house because there's this house does have a purpose. Eventually I will get a villager in here just because. And I'll probably stick a trap door sort of in here so that he cannot get out. See the roofs. I've tried to make the roofs all different. And that one has a tower at the back. So, and this is blue. And I'm definitely going to have a shepherd in here. Although I think I should have put the shepherd over by the barn bit, so I might swap them round to get the shepherds closer to the barn. But it's got the looms. That gives you, if you put a block of wool in that, it gives you various different types of carpet and things. And then you've got the banner to make banners with as well. And then my favourite little house down here is this one. I still stuck to some Minecraft window boxes and things because I like a mix of them both. I've built up some leaves and things around the tower just to make it look more lived in. And then that's red oak leaves that I managed to get. And this one is, now the last episode, there's the curtains. I managed to use them for smaller windows and bigger windows. But oh, and the sofa. The sofa was not expensive to make either. So yeah, so this has got a lot of ledges and things inside if you want to put things in it. Some grey carpet. And this one has the Farmer's Delight stove in it. Now, it doesn't go well with the Cooking for Blockheads kitchen, but it's still just as, it's still just as fun. Because you put the, if you click on this arrow, it gives you all of the things that you could make. And then you find the ingredients in these cupboards, which I've transferred some of the ingredients from the Cooking for Blockheads kitchen down, and I've just let the Botania pots do their thing because I've got loads. So yeah, and I've got little barrels up there and little I don't think you can see them there, little arrow slits that can be made as well. But with Farmer's Delight, there are placeable things that you can make. And I'll go back and show you the one in Cooking for Blockheads that Myrrik made for me, because he loves Farmer's Delight. He's not really into Cooking for Blockheads, but that's my favourite thing about Farmer's Delight, is that they are placeable. Some of the meals are placeable. Right, so at the back here, I have gone and built a house. Right, this is not staying. I really don't like this. I don't know what I thought I was doing with this roof. It's wrong. It's all wrong. So this might change the next time you see it, because, excuse me, I've still got the tail end of this thing. I'm going to put a fence round here and make this like a little garden, maybe with flowers and some beehives in it. But this is the inside. Supports up there, and the Skyrus ceiling. Unfortunately, I couldn't get Skyrus windows. It doesn't work with the Skyrus wood, but it seems to only work with all the vanilla woods. So I was like, well, I'll live like that. I've put some curtains up that I had spare, because, well, there's nothing else you can do with those ones, but at least with a 3-wide window you can still look through. That's the nether portal area. And then you've got little windows here, so I've still got to do all the curtains, and these are just spare lamps that I had, spare bed. There's no colour matching inside right now, so I will work on that. Possibly on camera, possibly off camera. It depends how many more times I'm going to get ill in this last 2 weeks. I mean, we're coming into the 3rd week now, and I suffer from something called Meniere's disease, which is a balance disorder. It starts with your inner ear, and they don't know what causes it, but I've had it for over 10 years now, and every now and again my body just goes, no, no, you can't stand up. So I've had that. Oh, this thing down here, I finally made a mega torch. Now that's where that candelabra comes in, because this was expensive to make. I'll go into that when I'm safely in the tower. So yeah, you can see that little house, and I love the way I've built it into the hillside. And it's just a tiny little house, but it breaks up this hillside. It doesn't look so bare anymore. And yes, I've done my old OCD thing where everything is around the edge, and I will get to Botania, but that's not by any way means. It's decorated and it's collecting mana, and that's pretty much all it's doing. I have my mana steel armour, which I'll show you in a little while, and I will show you the map update after. This is Coffee Cake, Farmer's Respite. It's an add-on that goes on to Farmer's Delight. You can see I've been eating that. I made that cake. And this, Shepherd's Pie. I love the fact that you can make Shepherd's Pie and place it. I will say, if you shelves or that, it doesn't place. It has to be a completely... Even this stops me placing things on here. So anything that I make that is placeable has to go in here right now, or in one of the houses with the tables, which that is the plan. I'm going to make lots of little placeable food things from Farmer's Delight and place it all around the tables. I did at one point have a Viking village with a mead hall and a central, oh, I can't remember what it's called now. A central house with the food and everything, where everybody would gather to have their food and everything. And I had these shepherd's pies, and there was another thing with chicken. Let's see, at Farmers. And there's the shepherd's pie. Oh, and the honey glazed ham is placeable. The stuffed pumpkin is placeable, and the roast chicken is placeable. I don't know if they've changed any of these to be placeable, but they weren't at the time. But yeah, I had tables and tables just lined with this stuff, and I wasn't allowed to eat it. I could be starving, and I would not be allowed to eat it because it would ruin the look. Now, I've done a lot of the Botania stuff off camera because, well, I was ill. So this is so that at night when I'm mucking around in Botania, I can actually not get attacked. But these little hedges can only be made with these leaves and these leaves so far. These are the Skyrus leaves, so I've built it all. I managed to get this open finally. It took me about 3 days of standing at this little block with my duckies. Oh, it's empty. So what I'll do is I'll fill it up with these blaze meshes that I have to make. So a blaze mesh is basically just a block of blazes. That's pretty much it. And I have gone through these. I have gone through masses of these. So what I do is I put that in there. And I'm going to split that up. I'm going to make more of these. This is just to show you how it works. And then eventually one of my duckies will walk over it like that. And yeah, you've seen the flower starting to flame up. And it feeds mana. And the mana goes into there. Now, somewhere in these boxes should be a wand. Did I put the wand? I was using wood as fuel. And I suppose once I'm set up with most of what I got, wood will do. There's my wand. Myrrik gave me some sparks. So yeah, I did jump up a level just because Myrrik gave me some sparks to help. But I made the rune altar. I had some of the mana pools from rewards, and then I made the ones that were missing. So yeah, if I'm holding the wand, I can see that each one of these is filling up nicely. And these ones are filling up nicely, but they're by no way full. I get 1 piece of terrace steel from what's in there. Two. I get 2 pieces of terrace steel when every single mana pool is at that level, and then I've got to stop and let it all build up again. What I did manage to do though, while I was waiting for this to build up, which probably took me longer, was I got my mana steel armour, and then I threw some mana steel through the portal. It's 2 pieces of mana steel for 1 piece of elementium, I think it's called, through this portal when it finally opened. And I'm talking 3 real life days using wood as fuel. And then Myrrik told me blaze meshes were much better. So I finally managed to get that open and got my elementium, and I've got some so I've been doing the mana things. I've gone through diamonds like I don't know. This is expensive. This is really expensive. So there's that one, and there's that one, and there's that one, and that will be that. And then I'll show you that's 3 pieces. Let's do another one, see if we'll get a second one. I mean, at one point I put this on, and I can tell now, the first couple of times I tried it, I didn't know what I was looking for, and it all despawned. I was standing waiting on it doing its thing. Yeah, that's it. There's no mana for that. That will just despawn, so let's just put that away. Well, that's what it was sitting like, and it was making all the light show and everything, so I was sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting, and then the diamond disappeared, the mana pearl disappeared, the mana steel disappeared, and I thought, where's it gone? Checked my bags and everything. No, it had actually despawned. And I did that twice. So yeah, let's look at the mana pools now. Yeah, now you can see. This is why I have been practically had my computer on 24/7 for the last 3 days, because if I'm not playing, instead of logging out, I'm going to that blaze farm and I am standing there until server reset time at 6 AM when it boots me out, and then I get up and I log back in and I stand there again because I'm either not well or or I'm not going to play that day. So this is 3 in-life game days. Just about that anyway, just standing at that blaze farm and running back and forwards to make sure that this is going. Now I did try various redstone things to try and like feed this in, and it's all timed and it's fairly complicated for my little head anyway. So I decided, well, what better way to do it than to grab a chicken, name tag it, and just let it wander about and stand on the tile. So that could be part of the problem. So this is what I've made so far, and I've got my little terrasteel boots, which was a pain to make. I needed a rune of winter, a cake, there's various different things, terrasteel. What was it I needed for the boots? It was quite annoying. Oh yeah, the Rune of Winter, mana steel boots, 3 pieces of terrasteel, and the living wood. That was no problem. The mana steel boots weren't a problem, but the terrasteel and the Rune of Winter was a pain, because I didn't have everything I needed for a cake, so I had to run around trying to get everything I needed for a cake. I did have them off making the altar, because when you make runes you get 2 anyway, and I had to go away and get more snow, because I'm sure I had snow somewhere. I mean, I've watched a video where I collected snow and I have no idea where I put it, because it's all gone now. And then a piece of wool. So yeah, they were expensive to make, but that's why I only have them. But this, I like this armour. It's pink, yes, I know, but I do like it. This armour is quite big and chunky. This armour is not bad, but sometimes pixies come along and help you when you're wearing this armour, so I quite like that armour. I like that idea. So, there you go. I have rambled on at you for, oh, I have no idea now, so I am going to, let's call this an update video, because I haven't done much. I don't know if I'll get much done between now and the next video, because although I did have a whole pile of videos to go up all in advance, because I recorded them when I was on holiday. I spent 2 weeks just recording and then editing, so I was about 4 weeks in advance on my videos, and now I'm like 1 week in advance. So you should hear this one, so apologies if I sound a bit rough, but it's the quickest I could get to a microphone and start recording again. So if you liked what you've seen and you want to see more of me working on Botania and create further on down the line, then give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you're notified when a video uploads, and I will see you next week.